Good afternoon to one and all present here. The only technology that helps to create a plethora of business and employment opportunity while promoting green environment is serving good for the society and thus sustainability. With that, I, Palak Jain, would like to welcome you all for ICGETI's second conference, Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Technology, organized by Amity University, Rajasthan. We are extremely delighted to have you all with us today. It's truly enlightening to have such experienced speakers guide our conference. This conference has been branched out into two technical sessions. The first one being held today, and the second one is scheduled for tomorrow at the same hour. Our session for today essentially lends its focus on media innovation and technology. I would now like to extend a profound welcome to our conference chair, Dr. Dipali Bhatnagar, Deputy Director, Amity Business School, General Chair and Keynote Speaker, Dr. Sameer Zoharia from Germany, Professor Sanjeev Pal, Dr. Amity School of Hospitality and International Affairs, our conference co-chairs, Dr. Pallavi Mishra from Amity School of Communications, and Dr. Abhineet Saxena from Amity Business School, AUR. Before we start with the keynote address, in light to introducing the theme, I would like to call upon Dr. Pallavi Mishra from Amity School of Communications to introduce Sanjeev Pal, sir.
Thank you, Palak. And it's a pleasure to introduce Sanjeev, sir. So, Professor Sanjeev Pal, sir, is an accomplished and dynamic professional with over 25 years of cross-functional experience in hospitality sector and academics. He is currently the Director, School of Hospitality and Directorate of International Affairs at Amity University, Rajasthan. Prior to this, Professor Pal was the principal of Kohinoor Group's Hospitality School at Khandala, Maharashtra, and is credited with refurbishing, repositioning, rebranding the group's hotel school through various affiliations from UK and USA. He has worked in various international hospitality brands like Taj, Marriott, Ramada, Sarovar Park, Plaza, etc. in different managerial levels. Since 2005, he is actively involved with academic administration, liaising with national and international universities. A PhD in hotel management and tourism and author of 3 books, Professor Pal has published more than 24 research papers in hospitality and tourism. He is the recipient of several awards like Young Director of Year Award 2022, Man of Excellence Award 2021, IQAC Award 2021, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Educational Excellence Award 2018, and Best Educationist Award 2017 for outstanding achievement and remarkable role in the field of education. His achievement and remarkable role in the field of education, his professional associations include membership of the Institute of Hospitality, UK, member of Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Community, GSTC Global Sustainable Tourism Council, USA, life member of ITHC, which stands for Indian Tourism and Hospitality Congress, life member of Center for Education Growth and Research, life member of Indian Society for Training and Development, Jaipur, and Vice President of Society of Hospitality Educators, Jaipur. His area of interest for research, training, and consultancy includes agri-tourism, destination development, strategy building, menu engineering, leadership skills, and entrepreneurship skills. Now, I would like to request Professor Sanjeev Pal, sir, to introduce the keynote speaker.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pallavi, first of all, for such a generous introduction, which was actually not required when we have expert speakers like Dr. Sameer with us. And I heartily welcome Dr. Sameer on behalf of Amity University, Rajasthan, and on behalf of all the scholars who are going to present their papers today, on behalf of the convener of this conference and also the conference chair and conference co-chair. So let me just try to introduce Dr. Sameer, because his profile is so big and so varied profile. It's, I mean, I was awesome to see the kind of profile he has got. So being from engineering to IT, and he is a master and expert in every field. So let me try to give a brief of Dr. Sameer. I am sure all the scholars who are going to present their paper today are eagerly waiting to hear from him. So a few lines from Dr. Samir. He is at present specialist business intelligence and data warehouse at Hanover, Lower Saxony, Germany. He is a passionate data visualization and BI by supporting clients in creating effective data visualization with MS Power BI, Tableau, SQL, and Azure technology. His qualification includes data science, business administration, electrical engineering with a doctorate in ERP implementation. He has a vast experience of working with different companies, both in terms of academics as well as an expert from the industry. Some of his well-known experience, which I would just like to read out for information of all the scholars. His experience includes THI, Corporate Services, plus KG Specialist, Business Intelligence and Data Warehouse, Lower Saxony, Germany. He is a freelance. He has also done freelance data analyst and IT trainer at Hanover, Lower Saxony, Germany, by creating dashboards for marketing, finance, and other use cases by using MS Power BI, Tableau, advanced MS Excel, and SQL. He has worked with supply chain management divisions of Henkel AG and Amsterdam. These are only few of his vast experience. He has also conducted a number of webinars and workshops on big data, MS Power BI, Tableau, MS Excel for both local as well as international participants. He has actively contributed to the overall success of various corporate IT strategy and innovation division. He has co-designed corporate strategy for big data and advanced analytics. He has created and conducted training related to introduction to big data, motivated colleagues to fully utilize Continental Data Lake for data and analytics use cases. He has been an MBA professor for strategy and IT in various universities. He received a 5 Teaching Excellence Award for best performance as IT professor and implementing innovative teaching skills. His experience counts and says he has visited more than 15 European countries and shared knowledge in renowned European universities. So I think if I am going to read his entire profile, I think it will take more than an hour to read his entire profile. We are extremely grateful and extremely honored to have you, Dr. Samir, with us as our keynote speaker today. And without wasting much time, I would like to hand over to you now, and we all are eagerly waiting to hear from you. Over to you, Dr. Samir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sanjeev Pal. It's my pleasure, and definitely for me also, it was not required to have such an elaborate profile, but I'm very, very thankful, first of all, to MIT University, Rajasthan. And I think so now my association with MIT University is now for more than now 3 years. I think so this is the 3rd conference where I've been participating, and all thanks goes to the whole organizing team, including my very good friend, that is Dr. Amit Jain, whom I've been knowing since last now more than 15 years. And definitely it was also backed up by Dr. Manju Kaushik, who is in constantly touch with me, and definitely all the other people who are part of this whole conference. I'm very thankful to you. So the topic for my session, it is because I'm coming from the business intelligence area. So I thought that, okay, why not I share my experiences and also what are the, let's say, the future things which are going to happen in this business intelligence area. So with that one, let me share my screen. Can you make me host? I think so. Yeah.
Dr. Avinit, can you make Samir sir the host so that he can share?
Yeah, surely, sir. Just allow us a moment.
Okay, so are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. Let me also remove this one. Video. Okay. Good. So as I said that the topic for this keynote speech is related to the future of business intelligence. So whatever I have learned, now I'm in this area since last 6 years. And as Dr. Sanjeev Pal said that earlier, I worked as a professor, management professor for 15 years. So that journey has also been great. And now I'm enjoying the, let's say, the benefits of working in the corporate. But still, I'm associated with the teaching part. So I'm associated with 2 universities in Gujarat, where I'm working as an adjunct professor, and I'm also conducting sessions on business analytics and various topics like what Dr. Pal said about Tableau and Power BI and those things. So I'm still connected with the teaching part, but definitely on the other side, I'm also part of the corporate world over here in Germany. So the topic is this one, future of business intelligence. So I will not talk about this. Yeah, already it has been covered. These are some of my client base where I've especially conducted trainings. Yeah, because I'm also working as an IT trainer. So these are some of the few companies where I've conducted training. And today only I got one training, got one confirmation from training from the International Labor Organization. So I think so it's my great pleasure to conduct one Power BI course for the International Labor Organizations, which is based in Geneva. Yeah, so sometimes you get this kind of chance when you are in this area. Yeah, when I was
that's
working.
That's a great achievement indeed. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir, thank you. Yeah, so that's why I always I'll discuss my little bit of journey also after why I shifted from teaching to corporate world. Yeah, a little bit later. Okay, these are also some of my other clients which are there. Now the flow of presentation will be like this, that I'll be starting a brief overview about what is BI. Definitely many of you already know this thing, but I'll share my experiences. What are the new trends which are now happening in the business intelligence world? And the third part, see, normally when you hear about business intelligence, then one thing which comes in your mind, it is about the dashboard, yeah, that we create the dashboard. So that is also what I'm doing. But I'll also talk about this particular interesting topic, which says that dashboards are dead. Okay, and why these dashboards are dead. And finally, I'll conclude. Okay, and after the presentation, definitely I can take the questions also. So what is business intelligence? So overall, business intelligence is covering business intelligence, not a new word. I think so it almost came in 1970s around. And business intelligence is focusing more on the collection of the data. Then you are doing some kind of a data engineering where you are doing some kind of data cleaning and data transformation. Then you are storing the data. And then just storing is not required. You have to also do the analysis. So then you do the analysis of the data with the help of various tools. And then you try to do the reporting part. That is what we mean by the dashboard. Okay. So here you are using those various tools, that is Power BI and Tableau and Excel and other tools. Yeah. So this is in general the overall process of the business intelligence. Sometimes people, they also get confused between these two words, that is business intelligence and business analytics. So maybe if the students are hearing me, maybe that it can also help them. So business intelligence, it uses the past and current data to make present day decisions in a company. So whenever you want to take today's decision, that okay, how much, say how many products I want to produce. So that is based on the past data, that okay, what happened in the past, how much products were produced, and whether we could say meet the deadlines or not. So that's why BI is more focused on the past data, while the business analytics uses the historical data to predict what might happen in the future. So business analytics is more focused towards the future, but definitely for business analytics, you 100% require the support of business intelligence, because from business intelligence only you get the past data, you get the historical data, and based on that only you try to do the prediction that what is going to happen in future. So as such, business intelligence and business analytics are very well connected with each other. But currently, this is the demarcation, yeah, which separates this business intelligence from the business analytics. The second one is BI focuses on collecting data and reporting relevant data. So yeah, as I said earlier, that process of business intelligence. So it tries to collect the data, yeah, analyze the data, and then it creates the reports. While business analytics, it provides the tools to explore the data and gain insight. So here we are more focused towards the let's say, deeper knowledge. We try to go into deeper that, okay, are there any patterns which are taking place with, say, within our data? Are there any trends which are there? Maybe, and once you analyze that patterns and trends, maybe it will help you to look for the future, that what you have to do in the future. Okay, what kind of products you have to produce. BI is helpful in running business operations effectively. So normally for the day-to-day operations, definitely you require the business intelligence. While business analytics is helpful in driving the change in business. So normally we talked about the strategic management. So when you want to do, when you want to create a, let's say, strategies, yeah, that's the long-term planning, then definitely you require the support of business analytics. Okay, so these are in short. There can be many other differences also, but in short, these are the main differences between the BI and BA. Okay, so sometimes these words are very confusing. Business intelligence, we have business analytics, then we also have data analytics. Yeah, so there are so many confusing words which are there. So overall, whatever I told you in that that table, in short, I can say business intelligence or business intelligence is what you have. Yeah, that is what you have. You have the past data, and analytics is what you do with it. Okay, so whatever the past data is there, we use it to predict the future with the analytics. Business processes, I've already explained you this thing, so I'll not go for it. See, these are some of the dashboards which people they create, yeah, including I am also creating such kind of dashboards in my current company. So this is part of our business intelligence, and whatever the dashboard that you are creating, okay, that are used by the end users or the business users. So we are having marketing people, say, let's say purchase people, yeah, even the top management, they also use the this dashboard, okay, for taking decisions. Now let me go to the interesting part, that is what are the new trends which are coming in this business intelligence. Because see, as you know that things have been changing very fast, okay, especially after the, even after the COVID also, yeah, many things have changed. So the 6 new BI trends which are happening currently, the first one is the cloud-based BI. Now see, everywhere you must have heard about the various cloud platforms. We are having those 3 major cloud platforms, that is Amazon Web Services, AWS from Amazon. Then we are having the Microsoft Azure, and the third one is the Google Cloud. So these are the 3 major things. Now, up till now, what was happening, that in the companies, the data were stored on the premise. Yeah, it was stored on the server, which was located in the premise. But definitely, as you know, that it is having a lot of limitations. So let's say if I'm traveling, if I'm somewhere, let's say in US, and if I want to access the data, then it was not possible. So that's why then this concept came known as cloud. So nowadays, even in my company also, I'm working with the cloud platform, that is Microsoft Azure. And so we are trying to put majorly all the data into the cloud, so that whatever, say, when any person tries to access that data, or when any person tries to access the dashboard, definitely they can do it in any corners of the world. Yeah. So this is one of the big things. So now majority of the companies, they are having a lot of projects, yeah, where you have to shift the data from their on-premises servers to the cloud servers or cloud platform, I would say. Okay. So this is the major change which is happening. And nowadays, even I've seen that if you want to apply for the business intelligence jobs, maybe within India and outside India also, definitely you require the knowledge of the cloud-based platform. Okay, cloud platform. When I joined the this business intelligence area, almost like 2017, then at that time, the cloud technology was there definitely before 6 years, but it was not the requirement for the particular this BI specialist or the data analyst job. But I think so since last 6 years, I've seen that the change has occurred, and now they require the knowledge of this cloud platform. Another one is the improved data quality. So here it is written that it is one of the biggest challenges for data analysts. See, whenever I conduct the trainings on, let's say, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, etc., I always say that the data cleaning is very, very important. Because see, when you get a raw data, the raw data is containing a lot of errors, null values, blank rows, blank columns. Now, directly, if you create the dashboard, okay, you create the dashboard from the data, definitely your dashboard will be totally wrong. Yeah. When I was studying my MBA from MS University of Baroda, so one of my professor, he gave one term which was known as GIGO. Yeah, you must have heard that term. GIGO stands for garbage in, garbage out. So it means very simple that if you input the garbage into the system, definitely your system is going to give you garbage only. Yeah, our system is not a god that you give garbage and you get gold out of it. So I have seen personally that these three positions which you have heard, data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, normally we have a feeling that they are doing great jobs in the companies. Definitely they are doing good jobs, but their majority of their time goes into this checking the data quality or ensuring that the data quality is of the highest standards. So almost around 80 to 85% of their time goes into the data cleaning and data transformation. 80 to 85% of the time. Okay. So normally I think that the data cleaning and data transformation, it's like making your hands dirty, but definitely you have to make your hands dirty. Otherwise, you'll not be able to create a great dashboard. So that's why one of the biggest challenge which BI is having is how to improve the data quality. Okay. First of all, you have to definitely check the quality when it is getting entered into the system. Yeah. So in case of Excel also, you must have seen that we are having one concept known as data validation. So especially when you are filling up an online form, yeah, in the name and full name, when you are writing something like some numbers, definitely it is giving you a message that please insert only the alphabets, okay, or please type in alphabets only. So that is one kind of a data validation. So similarly, you have to ensure that when the person is entering the data there itself, the data quality has to be checked. Okay, because it's like, okay, we tell in the production also that if you want to have a high quality product, definitely the raw material has also to be of high quality. So in our case, the raw material is the data. So we have to ensure that the quality of the data has to be of the highest standards. Okay, so everybody here has to be serious. Okay, even the person who is entering the data, the person who is sending the data, the person who is receiving the data, everybody has to have this responsibility to ensure that the data quality is of good standard. So this is the second trend which is happening, that companies are now trying to ensure that they are having the good data quality. The third one is the automation is the key. Yeah, nowadays we have heard a lot of things about ChatGPT and Bard, Google Bard, and different products are coming. Now, you must have read many articles that ChatGPT will take our jobs. Okay, maybe because I have also worked earlier as a data analyst. So it says that, okay, data analyst jobs will be no more. Yeah. So we should be worrying about those things. But I feel that we should not worry about those things. See, what happens that so when computers came into this world, people said the same thing, that computers will replace humans. But today, in 2023 also, computers has not replaced humans. Computer has replaced humans in some specific areas only. Okay. So in today's world, we have to be ready for those change. Okay, especially I'm talking to the students that you have to accept these changes. Okay, when the COVID came, many things changed. Okay, and those faculty members who had not even conducted one single online training or one single online session, they had to do that thing. Yeah, it was by force. But ultimately, you can see that we are getting the fruits out of it. Okay, today, if I'm conducting this session, credit goes to that online COVID only. And in last 3 years, when this COVID started in the last 3 years, I've conducted more than 150 sessions. Yeah, sitting here in Germany only. Okay, so that's all possible because of that. Say this kind of thing. So change is occurring. So what happens that when new technology is coming, definitely it will replace some of the jobs, but it will also generate more jobs for you. Okay, so see, ChatGPT, you say that, okay, it will write the codes and it will do many things. Yeah, if you want to write a poem, it will write down this thing. But then there has to be people who should know the technology very well. So we require also experts in ChatGPT who can extract work from the ChatGPT and then give it to their client. Okay, so this is the another I would say area where you require the people. Okay, ChatGPT, it requires some kind of human intervention. So here also in case of BI, this robotic process automation, which is known as RPA, so it has definitely automated many of the processes. Yeah, here it is written that organizations will be able to run 25% more tasks autonomously by 2023. Yeah, it has been given by this company known as Gartner. Those who don't know Gartner is a very famous research company. And especially if you are in the BI market, then definitely you should read the Gartner reports. Every year they are coming out with their own reports, and those reports are very genuine reports. Okay. So robotic automation process, this robotic process automation, definitely it will automate many of the processes. Yeah. Let's say in case of our BI market, BI area also, if I want to, let's say, get the data regularly, and I want to update my report on a regular basis, on daily basis, then definitely I have to set up one schedule that, let's say, tomorrow, let's say every day morning 9 o'clock, my report should get refreshed. So once I set up the timing and I say that, okay, from this source, you have to take the data, then everything is done by the system. Okay, so you don't have to worry that, okay, at 9 o'clock, whether the data will come or not. No, the data will come. If everything is fine, if the cloud is running, if your system is running, everything will perform as per the schedule. Okay, so these kind of now things are coming, autonomous automation, I would say. Yeah, so we have to also learn how to do the automation. Okay, the fourth one here is self-service. So self-service BI, the actual word is known as self-service BI. So self-service BI means, see, earlier what was happening, that I would say that 10 years back, if you want to have the dashboard from a particular data set, then definitely you have to contact the IT team. The IT team will allocate some person for that, and then that person will try to know your requirements, and accordingly the person will create those dashboard. Okay, and it's an iterative process. Okay, it's not like that in one go the dashboard is created. No, you have to do a lot of trial and error, and then that dashboard get finished. So up till now, the work was related with the job of BI was done by the IT department only. But now the concept has came, which is known as self-service BI. Self-service BI means anybody can create the dashboard. It's not the job of only the IT people. Even the person in marketing department can also create the dashboard. And nowadays we are having these very easy tools, Power BI and Tableau, that say it can do wonders, and they are so user friendly. Sometimes when I'm teaching this Power BI and Tableau, so they are much I say that they are much user friendly compared to even Excel also. Okay, so that's definitely, if the faculty members are hearing me, then I would also suggest the faculty members to learn these tools, because these are the tools which are now required. Okay, in the old system we were learning that SPSS and all those things, but now SPSS and all those things are, I'm not saying that SPSS is bad, it is also there. I also used SPSS for my PhD purpose, but now learning these new tools are important. Maybe you can start with this learning of this Power BI and Tableau, which are very easy tools. They don't require any programming. Okay, and then slowly shift towards the little bit of programming side. Little bit. I'm not saying that's compulsory, but at least you can learn little bit of Python and R. But initially, you always start with these simple tools, which are known as Power BI and Tableau. Okay, so just start with it and learn this thing, and also try to teach your students, because today, when the students will be going in any of the departments, see whether student is having, let's say if I'm coming from the management side, so if the student is having even marketing background or HR specialization or finance specialization or production specialization, everywhere they'll be working with the data. So you cannot say that, okay, I'm a marketing guy, why I should learn these tools? No, it is required. Okay, if you want to get some information from your data, you have to learn these tools. So that's why this has to be told very specifically to each and every student. Even the student is from engineering also, even if the student is doing civil engineering, he or she has to learn these kind of tools. And these are very simple tools. Okay, so self-service BI, that is what I have also started in my current company, because in my current company also this was the situation that there were some few 2-3 IT guys who were creating the dashboard. But then I'm working in a company where around 4,000 people are there. Now everybody will be having their own requirement for creating the dashboard. So now those 2-3 people were heavily loaded. So what I started the training in my company also, because if I'm conducting training for my other clients also, so why not I provide the same services to my company? So I started conducting the training, and now I think so at least there are 10 people in the organization which have started working with the Power BI. They are themselves creating that Power BI report, because I said very clearly that these IT guys are very, very loaded. If you depend on them, definitely your process or your whole project will get delayed. So if you want to be independent, start learning this tool. Okay, so that is what some of the people, they accepted those things and now they are learning. So this is what is going on in the other companies also, self-service BI. The fifth one is collaborative BI. Collaborative BI means it is also known as social BI, where you are trying to connect the social media. Definitely we are all connected to the social media, and from social media also company wants to gather the data. They want to know that, okay, what are the say feedback of their customer, whether the feedback are positive, negative, neutral. Okay, so they want to also get those information from the social media and plus some other technologies, and then they want to get an overview. Okay, that what is the impression, overall impression of the company. Sometimes it's possible that your sales are not doing well because you have got a very negative review on the social media. Okay, so initially you may not have an idea that why the sales have gone down. Okay, you are trying to figure out that, okay, maybe because my raw material quality is bad, or because my sales people are not working. What is the reason? But then finally, when you merge the social media also, you may see that, okay, people have written something wrong over there, or maybe they are not satisfied with your product. So that's why this connection of the social media, other web technologies to this BI, that is what we mean by the collaborative BI, and this will really help you to make decisions faster. So this is the new thing which has happened. And the sixth one is augmented analytics. So here augmented analytics means it is use of enabling technologies such as machine learning. Yeah, now definitely you must have heard these terms: machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence. Now see, up till now, BI was separated from these kind of tools. Yeah, AI, ML, DL. Okay, but now you cannot segregate, or you cannot say that, okay, BI is different and this is different. Okay, there has to be a combination. Okay, this merging has to take place, and this is what I've also seen over here in my company, that that merging has taken place. Okay, so you cannot separate out that machine learning from BI. So here we are having this augmented analytics where it tries to get some insight. Okay, and also it tries to give you some suggestions in real time, that, okay, what now you have to do. Okay, let's say if your sales is going down today, then what you have to do, what action you have to take. Okay, so this is all coming under this augmented analytics. And here it is written that the global augmented analytics market size is expected to grow from $4.8 billion in 2018 to $18.4 billion by 2023, just this year. Okay, so it's almost 4 times, more than 4 times. Okay, so this is the area which is very, very promising. So these are the 6 BI trends. Okay, now coming to the last part over here, that is the dashboards are dead. Okay, so why people are saying that dashboards are dead? Okay, here it was, I got one picture also, that is RIP dashboard 1990 to 2021. Okay, currently still we are using dashboard. It's not like that the dashboard is gone, but why the companies are saying that, okay, dashboards are dead? Okay, so here we are, I'm having some explanation. So the current BI challenges are that 80% of the employees in the average organization simply aren't using that analytics properly. Okay, sometimes what happens that I've seen in companies that the top management or maybe the middle management, they want to have some dashboard. So the dashboards are created, but then they don't use it. Sometimes they just use their gut feeling and based on that gut feeling, they take some decisions. Okay, so then the dashboards are totally useless. So that's why this awareness has to be created within the organization, that what is the purpose of the dashboard, how it will help you, how you can take some decisions, and that to real-time decisions, or those kind of things. Yeah, so you have to make aware those people. Okay, because in every organization I've seen that there is a lot of resistance. Okay, whether you working Indian company or whether you working German company, people, they don't want to come out of their comfort zone. Yeah, I've seen that in case of Excel also, you must have heard about those lookup functions. So in one of the very important function is known as VLOOKUP. So everybody has been using VLOOKUP since last 20 years. So I think so. I went to one of the company in Zurich. So there I said that, okay, you forget now VLOOKUP. Now we are having XLOOKUP, which is a much more advanced function. So try to use it. So the young people, they said, sorry, sir, we cannot do it because our boss is using this VLOOKUP since last 20 years. Okay, so this is the general trend which is happening, but somehow we have to make some way over here. Dashboards are dead. This is what I said with the statement. So here, see why dashboards are dead, because just creating the dashboard and giving it to the end user will not help you, or will not help the end user. The end user wants to get some quick insight, or they want to get some quick suggestion. So here I've given one example that in healthcare, a doctor monitoring a camera during an operation or observational procedure could receive real-time feedback on what they are seeing inside a patient's body. Yeah, so when that, you must have seen that the cameras are going inside the body, and then whatever the picture which is coming on that screen, yeah, immediately it should tell that, okay, this is stomach, this is liver, this is this is that. Yeah, and plus here it says that the suggestion should also come immediately, that what kind of diagnosis you can go for it. Okay, what will be the next step over here. Yeah, if you have found out something wrong in the stomach, then it should give us immediately the suggestions. Okay, so this is what we mean by that real-time thing. So this is what let's say for the doctors, they want to have these kind of system. Okay, they will not go to the dashboard and they will not check those things. Okay, how many operations I've done in a day, or how many operations I've done in a month, what are the major diseases which I've cured. They don't want to do this thing. Okay, they want to get immediately quick feedback and quick suggestion from that PL. Okay, second example over here is related to our teaching area. So teacher receiving real-time feedback on which of the students in their classes are fully engaged with their learning, and which are in danger of failing assessment or dropping out. Okay, so nowadays I still remember when I started my career, teaching career in 2002. Let me be very frank. Okay, even if the students are hearing me, the quality which was there, and also the sincerity which was there in those initial batches, they were excellent. Now what has happened, I'm not saying that the quality of the student has gone bad, but now the students, they know very well that, okay, if I complete my bachelor's degree, there are hundreds of colleges who will call me and they will say, okay, please come to my college, or please come to my university. Okay, so now they know that the demand is very high and the supply is less. So sometimes see, they are getting their admissions very easily over there. Okay, and that's why they are not very serious in the studies. Okay, this is what I have, because I have also worked as a professor for 15 years, so I have seen those changes. So that's why currently, see, we cannot ignore this point, and we cannot leave those students that, okay, now they are not let's say focusing, so let them do their own. Okay, so here we require the constant feedback from the system. If you are putting some, let's say if you are entering the marks of your internal assessment, yeah, and then suddenly that system should give some kind of feedback that, okay, please take care of this so and so students. Okay, because their progress is going down. Yeah, and they are also not able to give the assessment on time. Yeah, so kindly try to focus on these students. So these kind of suggestions, when it is coming to the teacher, then it helps the teacher. Otherwise, looking those dashboards and finding out those patterns and all those things, it may take time. I'm not saying that dashboards are bad, but it will take some time. So nowadays, see, people are not having now that much time to go through those things and then get the information. So that's why they want to have quick information. Okay, that's why this chat GPT, why it became popular, because it instantly gave the solution. It instantly gave the codes. So that's why these things are very popular. Okay. Some of the other challenges which are there, it is related to the data privacy and security. Nowadays, we have heard that every company, here in case of European country, we are having this GDPR rule. So here the things are very, very strict. Okay, but simultaneously, there are also issues that if you are so strict, then definitely what will happen if you want to do the data analysis, if you are not getting the real-time data, if you are not getting the customer data, then how you'll do the analysis? But you have to make a balance between the privacy and the security. Okay, that which data is private and how to make it secure. The next point is the talent gap, a growing concern. So see, especially I've seen in case of Germany that they require a lot of people over here. On an average, they require here 4 lakh people every year. Okay, so those who are planning to go to any other country, I would say that I would also suggest for Germany. So definitely initially you have to learn that German language. So, but 100%, one thing is very sure, that if you come to Germany, if you start working, definitely there are different phases. You will be getting initially the PR, and then you'll be going for the citizenship. So these steps are there. Okay. So overall, I feel that there is huge demand over here, especially whether you are talking about Germany or whether you are talking about India, the demand is very high. Okay, but the supply is not there. And sometimes what happens that some students, they say, okay, sir, I've done my course on, let's say, data science or data analytics, but I'm not getting the job. Maybe you are not fulfilling the demands of those particular job. Yeah, maybe, okay, you are fresher that they know very well, but what kind of practical knowledge they require? Okay, I always tell my students in these 2 universities in Gujarat that, see, writing on a CV that you have gone through the workshop on Tableau or workshop on Power BI, that will not help you. Okay, you are getting a lot of certificates nowadays. I've seen that, okay, okay, you are learning a lot of things online. That's fine, that is great. Okay, but here in case of data analytics or this business intelligence area, you have to do your own promotion. You have to showcase that what you really know. Okay, so you have to create some dashboard. You have to show this dashboard to the company people. You have to talk about it. Yeah, that is why so this is the process by which you can get the job. Okay, so I always say that, okay, you are not having experience, that's fine, but then you do projects in the area and try to send the links to those companies. Okay, can you see my projects? This is what I've done in Tableau, Power BI, etc. Yeah, just showcase them and try to learn those things continuously basis. The next point is resistance to change. So that is what I have said earlier also, that every organization, they are having a lot of resistance to change. So whenever you are coming out with some new thing, they will not accept this thing. Okay, even in my company also, when I started initially, many colleagues were using Excel for the data analysis, but then I wanted to promote this Power BI or Tableau. Yeah, in my company, Power BI is more famous. So what I did, I just started interacting with them. I said, okay, everything is fine. Okay, how are you creating these visualizations in Excel? Are you finding any problem in Excel? Then they will say, yes, Samir, we are finding this problem. I am not able to analyze large amount of data. Then I say, okay, can you do one thing? Can you attend my 1 hour, let's say, demo on Power BI? So they will attend the demo on Power BI, and that is where I specifically tell them the difference between the MS Excel and, let's say, Power BI, and what are the advantages in Power BI. And then I say, now choice is yours. If you decide that, okay, you want to go for Power BI, then I'm also ready to help you in providing training. Okay, and then you can start your things. Yeah. So this is how we have to somehow, okay, वो हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना कि भाई टेढ़ी उंगली से घी नहीं निकलता, या सीधी उंगली से घी नहीं निकलता, टेढ़ी करनी पड़ती है हमें. Okay, तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा टेढ़ा पड़ना पड़ता है, but then you have to know that how to make it टेढ़ा. Okay, because in case of let's say, we have to not offend that person that, oh, you are doing something very old technology, you are using it, so you should start using new. No, people will not change directly. You have to step by step, you have to take them to that level. Yeah, so resistance to change I've also seen over here, but now I know that how to tackle this thing. Okay, Scaling BI, this is another thing which is a challenge. See, initially when the company was small, let's say there were 100 employees, so the data was also generated very less. But then over the period of time, when the company has grown, definitely the number of employees have grown, the amount of data has increased. So what happened that if you are using one old technology, initially it was great, yeah, the technology was giving you good results, but then you have to see that how in the present world, whether that old technology will still work or not. And also, if we are shifting to a new technology, let's say in 2023, if we are shifting to new tool, then you also see that, okay, whether this tool will help me to again develop or again grow in the next 5 years, minimum 5 years. Okay, because see, after let's say if today you take one tool and then within 1 year, if you have to change the tool, then it's very so bad for the organization. You're investing a lot of money also, a lot of time also. So that's why whenever you are going for a new tool, you have to also see the future, that how much it will help you in the next 5 years or next 10 years, and whether this tool is also very flexible, okay, in implementation and all those things. So this is what you have to say, go through it. Yeah, scaling BI. And the last point over here is data culture. So data culture means, as we are talking about the corporate culture, yeah, that okay, people are having, every company is having its own culture. So especially for the data also, there has to be a data culture in the company. Yeah, so everybody should try to talk about that. Okay, how I can get the data. Okay, so whether it is possible to get the data from different locations. Yeah, so people should also think like that. Okay, it is not the job of IT department that they should do this thing, but the business users should also come out with their own requirements. Sometimes I also see that when the business users are coming with some specific requirement, initially it creates pressure on us, but then finally I think that it is better for us because we are learning something new. Okay, up till now we did not try that thing, but now because of that requirement, we try to brainstorm, we try to implement those things, and that is how IT department, they also learn from this thing. Okay, so that kind of data culture has to be there within the company. So finally, the last slide. So overall, the future of business intelligence, I would say it is a great future and lot of thrilling journey. Definitely there are challenges, but there are also opportunities which are there. So those who want to jump into this area, they should not feel bad. Yeah? If I say that dashboards are dead, don't feel that the overall BI is dead. BI is definitely working, and it will work for another 10 years also. That is what I can predict. As technology advances and data becomes an invaluable asset, organizations that can harm BI effectively will thrive. Okay, so those organizations which are now having data, see, you must have heard that term, which is known as data is the new oil. That's a famous quote, and I think so our Mr. Mukesh Ambani is also using this quote regularly. So earlier, those countries who were having oil, yeah, they were having the power. That is what we have seen in the Gulf countries. But now the Gulf countries have seen that, okay, now oil is going to so we will not have any oil nowadays, yeah, in the next 10 years, 15 years or so. So that's why they have also shifted to the technology. So here also, in case of companies, if you are having data, you are the king, but just having data is not important. You have to also analyze the data. And the last part here is by staying tuned to the latest trends, solving potential challenges and seizing emerging opportunities, business can unlock the BI's full potential. Okay, so you have to see, even as a professional also, I am in this BI area, I have to also continuously learn new things. Okay, so if I see, currently I know very well about Power BI and Tableau, but I don't restrict myself to those tools only. I have also now currently I'm learning Google Data Studio. I'm also teaching in one of the university, but before teaching, I also learned this tool and also one more data visualization tool. So at least if I know 4 tools, I'm very sure that I'll be able to cater to any needs. Yeah. So it has to be a continuous journey. Even in case of Power BI Tableau also, though I've been using since last 6 years, but since 6 years, I've seen that there has been a major change over there. In case of Power BI, every month the Microsoft is coming with some new changes. So as a trainer also, as a professional also, I should know that what are those changes which are coming. I have to continuously keep a watch on that. Yeah. So I always feel that I'm a student throughout my career. And that is what I also did when I shifted from my teaching career to corporate. I was very clear that I have to learn new things, and that's why I jumped into this data science area. I went to Italy, I studied over there, and then I came to Germany. So things have not been easy, frankly speaking. Okay. And also earlier I was a student, then I worked as a professor. Again, I became a student in Bologna University in Italy. So I was at that time, I was almost of the age of 41, and my classmates who were there, they were of 24, 25. Okay, so there was a big difference over their age difference, but I enjoyed that student life again. And I was very clear that for what thing I am doing this thing. Okay. Today I'm very happy that I'm able to manage the training part also. Even sometimes at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock also I start my day, and I conduct some sessions in the morning time. Because of the time difference, I'm able to manage it. And then during the daytime, I'm focusing on my companies, and sometimes in the evening also I'm having some this thing. And just to tell you that today I'm in Austria, I'm on a vacation. Yeah, but as I had committed this particular session to Manju madam, so I'm currently sitting in my hotel. My family is out, but I said, okay, I've given the commitment, so and also it's my pleasure. I'm not saying that I'm doing it by force, but yeah, sometimes you have to also make this kind of adjustment, and yeah, if you love it, yeah, you will enjoy it. Okay, so with that one, I think so. Let me end my session. And yeah, if there are questions are there, you can let me know.
Thank you so much, sir, for such insightful session.
Thank you, madam.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, sir, for discussing with us the latest trends in the PI and the challenges in the same area. Sir, I would like to make a small highlight on the same note that
Mhm.
here at Amity, we're studying Microsoft Power BI as a practical subject in most of our courses.
Very
Yeah,
good.
thank you so
Very
much,
good.
sir, for giving us your valuable time and knowledge. Your valuable
No.
insights will add more light to our profile.
No, thank you.
Thank
And,
you, Dr.
Thank
Samir.
you,
I think
Yeah.
that was a wonderful presentation, and a lot of information is being shared. Especially, there is always a confusion even between the students that what is the difference between your business intelligence and business analytics. These two are absolutely different. Yeah, and rightly the way you have explained the entire thing and the future of BI, it's really good. And that dashboard data is something which I actually absolutely 100% agree with you, that even I have seen in so many companies, the higher ups or the top level management, they do want to go for a dashboard, but later on it is seen that it is only there in systems, but that actually utilization from the dashboard or the decisions which are made actually based on the dashboard input, actually there is a big gap between that. So that was wonderful. And thank you so much, Dr. Samir. Even this shows the commitment, my dear students, that sir is on a vacation, but still on a vacation when he has committed something and his love and passion for this subject, you can see that he is taking a presentation from his hotel. So hats off to you, and thank you so much, Dr. Samir. Over to you, Palak and Dr. Pallavi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. We truly feel privileged to have you here with us. And you've already given us an informative start of the conference, so we look forward to having an eye-opening one ahead as well. So without any further ado, I would like to dive into the presentation session. I would like to request the chairperson, Dr. Dipali Bhatnagar, for the due permission to commence the technical paper presentation. May I, ma'am?
Yes, we can start.
All right, thank you, sir. To start with the presentations, let me introduce a few mandatory rules of it. The rule number one is that the participants need to share their own presentations. In case if there is a technical glitch, let us know, we will give our best aid. Rule number two is that the time allotted for your presentations is 10 minutes, out of which 6 to 7 minutes is expected for the presentation and 2 to 3 minutes is supposed to be denoted for question answer session. After that, The evaluation criteria for the judgment are based on 4 parameters, namely the presentation skills, content, technical aspect and relevance of the paper, and question answers. That is how you'll all be judged. And the sequence of participants for the presentation is as follows. Number 1, Ms. Pallavi Mathur. In the place 2, it's Mr. Gulshan Kumar Rawat. Third, it's Ms. Mansi Singh and Amanpreet Kaur. Fourth, it's Kritika Sharma. And at last, fifth, it's Mr. Sumendra Prajapat. With that said, I would like to request Dr. Abhineet Saxena, sir, to roll call the participants for paper presentation. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir and ma'am. I'm Pallavi Mathur and I'm going to present my paper on exploring the growth and effectiveness of content marketing in healthcare surveys, a study with a special reference of YouTube healthcare channel. My co-author is my guide, Dr. Tanushi Mukherjee, Associate Professor of MIT School of Communication. So in this digital era, we all use digital media in a very day-to-day manner. So digital platforms have quickly expand across various fields, including hospitals, hotels, education, TV, fashions, Bollywood, etc. So the healthcare sector is also embracing digital platform, and content marketing is playing a significant role. Content marketing in hospital benefits both patients and the health industry by promoting online presence and establishing new patient connection. Through content marketing, healthcare industry will connect with the patients to provide information about medical facilities, medicines, fitness, etc. So it's benefited for patient. And on the contrary, when the healthcare industry connect with the patient, they make them a potential customer by providing useful information. Empowering patient, content marketing delivers health information and education to patient, empowering them to make informed choice. Building patient loyalty, providing accurate and meaningful information, foster patient loyalty and active involvement. A healthcare organization offer visually appealing and user-friendly concept, especially on platforms like YouTube, Facebook, website, etc., to address patient query. Content marketing reveals patient preferences, guiding future strategies, and ensure the spread of relevant information. On this regard, this research specifically explored the effectiveness of content marketing in healthcare, emphasizing the role of YouTube channel. Why I just choose YouTube as a medium? Because YouTube in healthcare, YouTube is, first of all, YouTube is a very visually compelling platform. As we all know, in a human brain, when give input with video and audio, so that take very effectively, brain take that information very effectively, and YouTube have this characteristics to give information, video and audio. It is a very vast user base and user friendly. Obviously, on the YouTube, there are billion number of users. So it is a very vast user base, and this is a very good opportunity for healthcare industry to connect with their with the YouTube users and promote their hospital or build image building. Yes, it is user friendly interface. YouTube is a very easy to access, so anyone can access it very easily. Conveying valuable information and engaging patient, yes, through a very so many medium, like through live sessions with experts, diagrams, videos, hospital tools. They provide valuable information to the patient, and through this medium, patient are also engaged to receive that information. Building a strong relationship through content, yes, by providing a good information and education and educative information. Healthcare organization themselves establish a very good relationship with, establishes a credible source of information in the mind of patient. So when and it's connect personally, when patient see that this healthcare organization provide me and addressing me my queries personally, so it feel connected. Dynamic nature of healthcare content on YouTube, yes, it's it's in a very dynamic nature. As I already mentioned that YouTube healthcare industry provide information through live sessions with expert, question answer rounds, diagram, video, live surgery, operation. So it's a very dynamic dynamic in nature. What are the significance of the study? This study is important because it's investigate the influence of content marketing in healthcare with a focus of YouTube healthcare channel. It investigates patient participation, education, and empowerment in this digital environment. Moreover, the research look into patient perception of content trustworthiness, satisfaction, and decision making. Its finding will be useful to healthcare marketer, experts, and policymakers. In summary, the purpose of research is reveal the revolutionary potential of content marketing in healthcare. These are the objectives of my study. First, to develop an understanding about the significance and role of content marketing strategy in influencing patient perception in hospital. Second, to analyze the role and effectiveness of YouTube health channels of hospital as a major platform of dissemination of health information. Third, to study the relation between the degree of patient satisfaction and the type of content marketing tools used in hospital YouTube health channel. Fourth, to develop an understanding about the relation between the patient demographic factor, that is age and geographical location, and the level of patient satisfaction regarding a hospital's YouTube health channel. These are my hypotheses. The use of various content marketing strategies by the hospital improve patient perception regarding the hospital. YouTube health channel are major platform of content marketing for patient and act as a significant resources of health information. Third, there is a significant relation between the degree of patient satisfaction and the kind of content marketing tools by the hospital on YouTube. Gender and geographical location have a significant relation with the satisfaction level of patient regarding various type of content marketing strategy on YouTube channel. So basically, my research methodology is I'll take a quantitative research method, that is survey. Participations of participation nature is admitted patient.
You're left with one more minute, and then we'll start the QA session.
Pardon, ma'am?
You have 1 more minute, and then we'll come to QA session.
Okay.
Question answer. So wind it up.
Okay. This is my research method. My research quantitative research method is questionnaire. Participants are admitted patients, and my focus is on YouTube. Okay. These are the parameters: patient engagement, patient satisfaction, patient trust, patient decision making, patient perception. These are some questions like age, gender, and geographical location. So my question is, how frequently do you use online platform for health related? Most of the people say rarely, 57.1%. Next, my question is, have you ever encoded the health related content, article, videos, blog? Many of the patients says no. Which of the following content marketing strategy do you find most informative and effective? So patients are rely on article related to the health problem and treatment and fitness advice by expert. My next question is, do you believe that content marketing strategy improve your perception of hospitals? They said not sure or moderately. On a scale 1 to 5, rate effectiveness of content marketing strategy, 5 get very less number. Are you aware of YouTube platform being used by hospital? It's like 50-50. Most like 52 and 47% say yes or no respectively. No and yes respectively. Have you come across YouTube hospital YouTube channel? Most of the people say no. Like 66.7% say no. How often do you watch health related content on the YouTube? Daily is a zero, daily got 0 number, never got 60.7, and weekly, monthly, occasionally, and rarely got 0.
You're out of time. Please just conclude your presentation.
Ma'am, can I come to the conclusion?
Make it as quick as you can because you still have.
Please come to your conclusion and conclude it.
Okay, ma'am. So My conclusion is, upon analyzing the data, it has been observed that the majority of patients are not fully engaged in digital interaction when seeking information about the hospital. Like ऐसा नहीं कह सकते कि वो करना नहीं चाहते, but they want to do, but they are in a doubt position. It mainly there is a two primary reason, because like firstly, patient continue to gather hospital information through traditional means like word of mouth or a friend's advice or a relative advice. Secondly, they persist a strong sense of trust in conventional information source. On the contrary, a small number of patients were discovered in the study who, irrespective of age, gender, urban, rural residents, actively seek information from digital hospital content. These individuals express satisfaction with content marketing as it provides them with comprehensive medical guidance from the comfort of their home. My study also suggests that content market strategy will become very important in the coming time. Patients are open for this strategy in future. These are my reference. Thank you.
Thank you, Pallavi. Pallavi, can you tell the sampling technique that you have employed for this research?
Question here.
What was the sampling technique? I'm asking about the sampling technique.
Ma'am, actually, my sampling technique is from Excel. I got interpret that data because I have less number of time. But in future, I will definitely do in SPSS.
No, Pallavi ji, madam is asking about sampling technique, not about the data analysis methodology or data collection tool. You understand sampling?
Sir, actually, you all are not audible clearly.
Hello, Pallavi, am I audible? Am I audible? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, am I audible? We are asking about sampling technique. What was the sampling technique that you employed for the study?
Ma'am.
Hello.
Am I audible, Dr. Pallavi?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, Pallavi, you please state how you came to this sample by using which kind of a method, random, probability, non-probability, which you have mentioned. And you can talk about some of the criterias.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, go ahead, Pallavi.
Ma'am, are you asking about the techniques?
Yes.
Ma'am, techniques, you want to know technique?
Pallavi, are we audible?
Ma'am,
sir,
yes, hello, ma'am.
You are audible.
Yes, I think you're audible. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
You please state why have you chosen admitted patients? Why did you take this sample? What were the criteria which you have mentioned in your paper? Your paper, I think it's not completely ready. Maybe 80% is ready. Okay, that is an extension to it. But then why did you keep this sample? And how did you determine this sample? That's all. I hope we all are audible. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I choose this non-probability sampling method in which admitted patient of Rajasthan hospital is selected. Ma'am, actually, I want to look deeply into the dynamic of the patient interaction as well as the impact of the content marketing efforts. And basically, in this paper, I will take 42 responses because my criteria is 100 patients, but due to the issue of the due to the issue of that they are not giving me permission or they are not responding me, I will not able to collect the whole data, but out of 5 hospital, two hospital give the permission, and I collect data from that, and I will put it into the Excel and then interpret the data.
And why did you choose admitted patients? That's a very important determining factor.
Because
so maybe you can specify that.
Ma'am, because when admitted patients is basically want to मतलब कैसे बताऊं, एडमिटेड पेशेंट्स ही ऐसे होते हैं जो ये देखना चाहते हैं कि हमारा हॉस्पिटल हमें किस तरीके की मतलब फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, किस तरीके के एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, क्योंकि ओपीडी पेशेंट्स को वहां पूरे टाइम के लिए नहीं रहना होता, और ओपीडी पेशेंट्स एक मतलब रेगुलर चेकअप और उस चीज के लिए आते हैं, लेकिन जो एडमिटेड पेशेंट्स होते हैं वो जनरली एक क्रिटिकली डिजीज के लिए या क्रिटिकली इलनेस के लिए वहां आते हैं। इसलिए मैंने जो एडमिटेड पेशेंट्स का जो है वो डेटा लेना प्रेफर किया, और वही होते हैं जो जनरली क्या बोलते हैं, थोड़ा रिसर्च करके आते हैं कि जैसे मान लो फॉर एग्जांपल कैंसर अगर किसी को हो जाता है तो वो थोड़ा रिसर्च करेगा कि कौन सा हॉस्पिटल कौन सी टेक्निक्स को प्रोवाइड कर रहा है और कौन सी प्रोसीजर्स को यूज कर रहा है, या किसके पास न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई है जो मेरे कैंसर को क्योर कर सकता है। तो मैंने ऐसा सोचा कि हो सकता है कि वही पेशेंट, एडमिटेड पेशेंट ही जो है वो अपने मतलब अपने
Okay,
इलनेस के लिए
thank you, Pallavi. We are running out of time, so thank you. So,
Yes, Pallavi, I have some suggestions for you.
yes sir.
Like as per the objectives, the requirement of respondent is that the respondent should be aware about YouTube channel of that hospital. So how you
Sir,
confirm
actually,
that?
you are not audible to me.
Tanushree ma'am, am I
Yes,
audible?
yes. I hope, although I was giving chance to Pallavi, she is the scholar and she should be there to defend it. But then very well taken, Abhinit sir. And definitely the point is that we little bit thought about it at length. You know, YouTube is something is very, very significant. But then we thought we will take only those patients extremely difficult to determine the sample, because people should be those who have watched the YouTube channel of a hospital. And let me emphasize, Pallavi missed out a very important thing. Over here, only those hospitals would be taken who are having very active YouTube channels. Isn't it? Again, she missed out specifying what do we mean by active. I know that question will come up. Active definitely means, at least I told her these are the criteria of inclusion, frame them very properly if you want to make a very robust paper. All those hospitals who are at least, I think, every alternate week who are uploading something on the YouTube. So then we can determine that their YouTube is just not existing for the namesake, but it is really uploading serious testimonials, video, demonstrations on it. So for that, definitely she was a lot in tension because hospitals are not giving her the permission. I said, not an issue, but then you have to make a further extension to this paper. You have to properly follow all these criteria, because it is completely convenience and non-probability, but in that non-probability, you can use a kind of a random. But then these are the criteria which should be there: admitted patients and those patients who are aware of the YouTube channel existing of that hospital per se, not YouTube in general. YouTube channel of that particular hospital, they might have seen and watched that. Then only you will get proper answers, and then that will be a proper research. Yes.
Thank you, Tanushree ma'am, for adding.
Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
so yeah, okay, so we can shift to the next presentation now. Okay, so next is Mr. Gulshan Kumar Rawat. Gulshan ji, are you here?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please share your screen
Okay, sir.
and introduce your paper.
Sir, is my screen
Yes, it is visible. Please switch
visible?
to the presentation mode.
Is it fine, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am PhD scholar Gulshan Kumar Rawat, and my supervisor is Dr. Pallavi Mishra, Associate Professor, ESCO, and I have done this paper under her supervision. The topic of my presentation is I study on the portrayal of breaking women stereotypes in Indian web series, with a special reference to the test case. My study is focused on understanding breaking women stereotypes in Indian web series on homegrown, over-the-top OTT platforms in India. As we know that web series as serialized video format, as cultural artifact, used as a communication tool indicating social change in the portrayal of women in Indian society. Objective of my paper is to understand the changing image of women in a Hindi web series, the test case, with reference to breaking stereotypes, and also to analyze the socio-cultural context within which the discourse on gender has been dealt with. And first of all, we have to understand a quick look at what is meant by stereotype. The very concept of stereotype was introduced in 1992, first time into social sciences by Lippmann, Walter Lippmann, who used it to describe the typical picture that comes to mind when thinking about a particular social group. I have taken it from C. Macron. Oxford Learners Dictionary says or defines stereotype as a fixed idea or an image that many people have of a particular type of person or thing. So far as cognitive method is concerned, it has been used as a cognitive method also, a method of understanding which works through classifying individual people into groups. So as a typical picture about a social group, a stereotype may be negative or positive, accurate or inaccurate, justified or unjustified. The research questions of my research paper are two. First of all, to understand the portrayal of women in the test case web series with a special reference to breaking women stereotypes, which alludes to communication for social change, and to also analyze the socio-cultural context within which gender has been represented in the web series. The research methodology, it is a qualitative kind of study which takes into consideration the primary data which have been analyzed with the help of dialogical narrative analysis, which is DNA. And DNA understands stories as artful representation of lives. Stories reshape the past and imaginatively project the future. Frank 2005, I have jotted down this whole schema of things regarding DNA. Observation method has also been analyzed in terms of analyzing the dialogues of the protagonist. And this is a case study of a 9-episode web series, The Test Case, which is streamed on homegrown OTT service ALT Balaji. I have rallied heavily on Bakhtin, who talks about this DNA. He says that dialogue is not simply two or more persons talking. Any one voice always comprises multiple voices. Bakhtin later on says there are two conceptual terms, polyphony and heteroglossia, and he has actually analyzed dialogues within the parameters of this polyphony and heteroglossia. By polyphony, he means he understands it as if how one person's voice is always resonant with the voice of a specific others. And through heteroglossia, he says how every story is assembled from multiple codes of language, usage, and genre. He says that stories are subjective, and important concept that he's given is unfinalizability. There is no ending which says, and people tell stories in order to revise their own self-understanding. Arthur W. Frank, he talks about 5 important parameters with regard to DNA, the research questions. B, who tells which stories to whom, affiliation, identity questions, and what is at stake. So my research paper that I have jotted down different dialogues into different extracts, and these extracts have been analyzed keeping in mind these broad parameters. I have selected dialogues from the web series, and these dialogues have been narrowed down to extracts with pre-selected lines, and these pre-selected lines highlight a meaning and structure within the context of a particular scenario from the test case. I have analyzed selected dialogues of the main protagonist, and 9 sets of extracts, which are actually dialogues in nature, have been used in the study to reveal social patterns and language control. Talking about extracts, episode-wise, in 1 episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, I have actually narrowed down dialogues from extract 1, extract 2, extract 3, extract 4. So dialogue 1 says, read what is written on the wall. A captain says to an officer who actually talks to Captain Shikha. Captain Shikha is the protagonist of the web series. And talking about, before I begin the discussion with analyzing the dialogues, the plot of the story is there is a woman who wants to become part of the combat operation, and she is the test case because she is going to be the first woman to have qualified the rigorous exercise of proving a woman officer in the combat operations. She tries her level best to become part of the fraternity, those who are into this conscription drive. So she always proves herself as if she is a woman, but she has all the guts, she has all the physical obstinance to withstand with all the odds and problems. She comes out victoriously in the end. So the officer asks her in the first recruitment drive, read what is written on the wall. Captain Shikha says, it was written on the wall, we make men out of boys. But Captain Shikha says, what I should make out of you? The officer asks. Captain Sharma says, Abando, sir. This shows that she questions the male dominance. In extract 2, that is dialogue 2, where why do balls represent strength? So she actually questions the strength, which is actually a symbolic representation of men's bodily parts, which is testicles. So she questions that the testicles are the weakest part of a man's body, and so far as women's private parts are concerned, these are the strongest part of the women's body. Therefore, women are stronger enough. So I have used signifier women's genitals as signified of strength. These are signified as strength. So basically, she questions the male dominance. There are extract 3.
Gulshanji, you are left with 1 more minute, so come to the conclusion.
Fine, ma'am. So these are the dialogues that I have used as extracts. And she always proves. So these are affiliation questions, identity questions, what is at stake, capability of women, she says, Hamesha or har waqt she has to prove her mettle every time. So these are the important things. और वो बहुत important dialogue है और मेरी कहानी में एक ही hero है, because she thinks that only males are the hero of any story. So stories are driven by male protagonists. She is the women protagonist, and with the help of these very, very bold dialogues, she proves out the fact that she has got all the mettle of men can claim, and she has all the capabilities. And the extract 9 is very important. बचपन से एक ही सपना देखा है, एक दिन ये ऊंची वर्दी पहननी है और कोई भी फ्यूडल मिसोजिनिस्टिक क्रिमिनल अनऑफिसर लायक आदमी ना मेरा ये सपना मुझसे छीन सकता है और ना ही मेरा सेंस ऑफ जस्टिस और एफिलिएशन क्वेश्चन. सो दीज आर डीएनए राइट साइड में मैंने मेंशन किया हुआ है. कंक्लूजन की बात करते हैं. डीएनए पॉइंट्स टू द नीड टू रिवाइज अवर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ सोशल रिलेशंस, नॉट बेस्ड ऑन जेंडर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन but based on karma, that is performance of our duty irrespective of sexuality or gender. Science system used by Rona Bath, testicles of male being represented as a symbol of strength and vigor, has been demystified in extract 2. The protagonist equates balls, testicles with signs of weakness, however, props female genitals as the strongest part of women's body, demystifies stereotypes. And web series casts up stereotypes prevalent in our society, which is women portrayed as being docile, submissive, less powerful, play a secondary role, no authoritative voice in the narrative structure. These all myths have been, or stereotypes have been demystified. These are my references.
Thank you, Gulshanji.
Thank you for the patient listening, all the distinguished guests.
Thank you, Gulshanji. I just want to know that what was the theoretical framework of your study?
मैम theoretical framework मैम ये मैंने बख्तिन को मैंने मैम ये तो actually
it is missing from your PPT. So what was the theoretical framework?
मैम एक्चुअली बख्तिन को मैंने मैम कंसल्ट किया था और ये आर्थर वी फ्रैंक को, जहाँ पे कि they have talked about dialogues which are actually part of discourse analysis, जहाँ पे तो वो मुझे लगता है वो मेरा पार्ट था मैम.
Yeah, work on that and kindly add theoretical framework which will enhance your research, give depth, profoundness to your research. Okay, thank you. Over to you, Abhineet.
Yes, you have done something different. So first of all, congratulations. Now, second thing, I would like to know about the population of your study. Have you done any analysis on size of the population, the total web series available?
Sir, actually, I have consulted only this web series, and with the help of dialogical narrative analysis, I have used
dialogical narrative analysis. Okay.
So whenever we conduct any analysis, so we usually identify the size of population, right?
Yes,
Then we draw a adequate sample,
fine, sir.
right? Then only we can journalize our findings,
Definitely, sir.
right?
Sir,
So,
actually, this is a case study I have mentioned in my paper, sir.
okay.
Ji.
So how you confirm that the selected case is, adequate or the appropriate according to the purpose?
Sir, actually, women stereotypes, जो है, with the help of this test, the test case, this web series, I have tried to delve deep into what are the prevalent misconceptions and prevalent stereotypes which are available on web series. So, with reference to this particular web series, I have tried to jot down different extracts taken from dialogues, and as I have told that pre-selected lines have been used. So deliberately I have used them wherever I have found that some stereotypes are being demystified or are being broken. Only those dialogues in the form of extracts I have used as my samples.
So you have done just content analysis, or you have applied some statistical technique also in this?
Only the content and observation method.
Okay, okay. So try to conduct some sentiment analysis or create some word cloud of these dialogues so that we can come to a conclusion that yes, whatever you are saying, that is true, that is fact. And as per the numerical analysis also, this is, we can validate the same thing.
Yes, sir. Fine.
Okay, this is a suggestion for you. Yeah.
Definitely,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now I would like to invite the third candidate, Amanpreet Kaur and Dr. Mansi Singh. Are you here?
Auntie, good afternoon to all. This is I'm Dr. Mansi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Good afternoon to all. Today I'm here to present my topic. My topic is, so just a second.
Please switch to presentation mode.
Auntie. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. My topic is implications and impact of social media management in social movements in India. We'll come to introduction part. As we all know that
presentation mode.
Yes, sir.
The slides are visible, but switch on to presentation mode. Slide presentation.
Okay.
Make it full screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's
yes.
okay?
Yes.
Okay. We'll start with the introduction. Communication power is on the rise. As we all know that communication power is on the rise. And after coming the internet, through transforming and strengthening this communication power has altered the traditional positions of power in different ways. Just as internet has touched or transformed and every aspect of human life in present times, its significant effects on politics and governance is captured in this paper through some real world events and some social movements. A new dimension of social activism and movements emerged with the widespread utilization of digital media platforms such as WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and so on. And the social activists, through their social movements, take utmost advantage of social media to make changes in the structure and functioning of government as well as other institutions. Basically, mass movements that I'm going to talk about, they are like focused on either demanding the legislation or protesting against specific policy related issues that are mostly termed as social movements in this paper, and it focuses on the transformations in the area of politics and governance. Some of the social movements mentioned reflect not just the mobilizing power of internet communication, but most importantly, the real existence of the virtual network society. For instance, the President Obama interacted with his supporters through the internet, and the social media is one of the best example how the social media and internet technology can be used for further progressive causes. For a few examples is the worldwide coverage of Me Too movement, sanitary napkin awareness movement, anti-corruption movement, Jessica Lal murder case, and so on, by all media channels, as well as the prominence that this coverage contributed contributed to the demonstration's cause. This further demonstrates that the media may play a positive role in disseminating the activist message. On the other hand, social media has so far been Internet's most hybrid product, combining its unique features as communication technology as well as mass media. It has been observed that social movements have become the most striking feature of present history of post-social media human society across the world, striking in terms of frequency, mobilization, and popularity, and in their impact. Come to my objectives. The first objective of my study is to study the implications and impact of social media management in social movements in India. Secondly, to understand the mobilizing structures like social networks and media. Third one is to understand how and why do social media platforms aid social movements. Lastly, to understand why and how social media is helpful in social movements. Research methodology. In the present study, I have used convenience sampling research work. Primary data was mostly composed of structured questionnaire, and secondary was through books and journals. And the questionnaire was prepared to examine the demographic factors such as income, gender, and media websites, and use of social media for technological contest and political contest and socio-economic contest, how they use it. The results shows that most 56 respondents agree that they prefer to use mobile device makes social media more accessible anytime and anywhere. The majority of, according to my research, the majority of 5 respondents strongly agree that Facebook is the biggest social media platform, and majority of 40 respondents strongly agreed that Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram are also influential social media channels. And majority of 46 respondents strongly agree that social media platforms include LinkedIn, YouTube, Tumblr, SlideShare, and many others. Majority of respondents agree that focus papers and benefits limitation to this approach. Mostly social media was popular among these. There was also hypothesis that there is no association between gender of the respondent and social media. But by my study, it was concluded that there is a significant correlation between respondents' genders and their use of social media and social movements. Conclusion of the study, that paper mainly focuses on the interrelation between social media platforms and an importance in social movements. It's essential to know the social happening is around our environment through Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram plays an essential place in the mind of the users. The present study shows that the impact of social media is very critical in social movements in India. Hence,
Dr.
proper
Mansi,
social media management is. Haji, ma'am. Hello?
Just a minute.
Yes,
Actually, Sameer
ma'am.
sir has left, so he has dropped a message. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. It's completely fine. You may leave. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
You
thank
may
you.
continue.
Thank you.
Shall I continue?
Yes, please continue.
Hello. Okay. The present studies shows that the impact of social media is very critical in social movements in India. Hence, proper social media management is very important to reduce such reputations. And social networking sites provide readers about current social networking sites. That's why they are more popular than traditional one. But thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for this very short and
Thank you, sir. Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Hello.
Am I audible to you?
Hello, Hanji, sir.
I have some queries related to your data analysis and data collection part. So
Yes,
please
sir.
show me your slide number 8.
So it's 1 second. Is it visible?
Switch to slide number 8.
Hanji, so it's
Yeah. So I can see that you have collected a response for some of the facts.
yes, sir.
You have done a survey, and when we do survey, we collect opinion or we collect fact, right?
Yes, sir.
So look at your answer that 55 respondents strongly agree that Facebook is the biggest social media platform. So I
Yes,
think
sir.
it is a fact. There is no need to collect the opinion on a scale.
Okay. So actually, it was like there was many social media sites, but among them, the Facebook was the most popular one.
But I think this we can cross-verify from the reports published by many agencies.
By IMRB, Internet Mobile Association of India,
Yes.
or Internet Mobile Research Bureau, IMAI. You may check like you will get the facts.
That
You
this
will
is the
get
most
the
popular
statistical
web,
data. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. I'll do that, ma'am. Okay.
right?
Hanji.
Okay. So if you are collecting data on a scale from on agreement, right?
Mhm.
So we cannot conduct chi-square test, which you have applied,
Okay.
and you concluded the association between some of your selected parameters,
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
right? Plus, I think that some of the objectives are still, pending. Means you have not done analysis for all your objectives.
Okay, sir.
You have checked association, just association for one of the objective, and the questionnaire. I don't know what is the pattern of your questionnaire, what type of questions you have asked, but
Okay.
it seems like some of your questions were on a scale, and some of your questions were on categorical pattern, and then you have applied some statistical tool, right? So
Okay, sir.
whenever you are applying chi-square test, we need categorical variables only. Both the variables should be categorical, dependent variable or independent variable,
Okay, sir. I'll take care of it.
right? And
Yes,
your
sir.
sample size is also very small.
Yes,
To,
sir.
to, to give this kind of generalized finding, we
Okay.
need, sample size of around 350, 380, 390, something minimum,
Okay, sir.
right?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
I'll correct it.
Dr. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I would like to add what Abhineet said. There is a sample, like when you are selecting a sample, there is size calculator. So
Okay, ma'am.
you must, the suggestion, you must apply that size calculator. It would be like it would be justifiable for you that you have the number.
Oh.
And coming to that slide, number 8, where you have mentioned when you are interpreting that the wordings or the interpretation should
Excuse me, ma'am. Your
like it is kind of a claim that am I audible?
ma'am, your voice is cracking.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now you're audible.
Yeah. I was saying it appears to be more like a claim. Whenever you are interpreting your data, it should reflect that like you have mentioned that 56% said it is the biggest social networking site. That appears to be more like a claim. So
Okay.
when you are interpreting, you even take care of the statement that you are drawing. Okay. So these are my 2 suggestions.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I'll do it. I surely do it. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Mansi.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I would like to invite Ms. Kritika Sharma.
Hello.
Yes, Kritika, please share your screen
Yes.
and present your paper. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, please start.
Is my screen available?
Yes, it is visible. Start.
Okay. A very good afternoon to everyone. This is Kritika Sharma. I'm a research scholar from Amity University, Rajasthan. And for today's study, topic of my study is a study on the portrayal of real life stories in Indian web series. I had done this paper under the guidance of my guide, Dr. Pallavi Mishra. And so here I started by the introduction part. So first of all, we have talked about the OTT. So presently, as the Indian web series content or the Indian web series industry, we can say, has been a significant growth in recent years with an increasing number of platforms and also with the content producers entering in the market. So the industry has been able to cater a large or a diverse audience with a content that is relatable and relevant to their lives. So basically the content produced has been able to break such stereotypical things and the stereotypes and to address basic taboo topics, which were traditionally media was not able to do so. So the web series and the OTT platforms have allowed for greater diversity in storytelling as per as with the representation and audience engagement part. So furthermore, the availability of such content, it is in a multiple language and which has facilitated cross-cultural understanding, we can say international content we can have here on OTT platforms and have also changed the dominant language hierarchies. As India has witnessed many significant moments over the years, and some of these events are very much, we can say unfolded our country, which have left us shaken and lost of words. So the Indian cinema somewhere able to cater such kind of topics like previously we have seen on silver screen the Kashmir Files, the Tashkent Files, the Kerala Stories, and many some more. So the main Indian web series have been based on real stories, and these have been able to capture the attention of audience. As much there is no denying that streaming such type of services are currently creating a lot of truly amazing programs. So many Indian web series have been based on true stories and have been successful in capturing the interest of spectators. And also because of such streaming OTT platforms that are on our fingertips, such as we can watch it anywhere and anytime, we can say, so that easily accessible for the Indian real life content based on true events or stories. So basically, these web series has been provided a forum for individual to understand and to learn more about the incidents and the people involved about that particular incident. Many significant issues have been brought to light and raised awareness as a result of this type of series. And the study carried out a content analysis on the basis of IMDb ratings of real life stories streamed on different OTT video streaming platforms in India. So the purpose of the study is basically all about the study paper will be an attempt to study the recent development in the content and concept development of the Indian web series or the web movies, we can say, on the audience in both in psychological and social aspects. So the research questions of my study, the first is to understand the impact of real life stories in web series on the viewers. The second is to find out if such real stories will thrive in the new era of watching content. And the last one is to analyze the content and projection of real life stories. So the research methodology which I have used in this, it is a basically content analysis. For this study, the primary data is gathered from observing the content on different parameters. So the 3 parameters have been taken. The first one is the watching OTT platforms among the most watching OTT platforms among viewers, sorry. Second is the IMDb ratings, and the third is the pictorial depiction of that particular real content. So the study includes secondary data also from which is different online sources for further state about the reach and frequently watching platforms among the viewers of OTT streaming platforms in India. The study basically includes 5 web series, that is Scoop, Rangbaz, Jamtara, Delhi Crime, and The House of Secrets. So the depiction of content, in short, I can, should I read it all, or in the short, I would like to state
you just need to summarize the content.
Okay. So the Scoop is all about the web series streamed on Netflix. It includes with 6 episodes. As the Scoop is all about, the Scoop brings us to the force the insensitive nature of the news business and the opacity of the Mumbai police investigation into the murder of a journalist, which leads to the arrest of another journalist. It is basically based on the real life case. And this case has been done in 2011 when Jigna Bora was a crime reporter and she was arrested and charged under the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act, that is we called MUKOCA, for the murder of journalist Jyotirmoy De, and imprisoned for 9 months and acquitted after 7 years. So Vora wrote the book Behind Bars in Baikula, My Days in Prison. So this is all about the real incident, the real things we should face during that time of period. And Scope, which deals about the complex and unresolved nexus of the police, the media and the legal system. And these all the
Kritika, we have
6.
seen this movie. We have seen this web series.
Kritika, we are you're left with 1 minute, so
We are looking for your analysis part.
Okay. So should I come directly to my analysis? I hope everybody sees
Yes,
such kind
yes.
of series, because these are very much relatable, like Jamtara, Delhi Crimes, House of
Yes.
Secrets, the
We have
Burari
seen all
deaths.
these, yes.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so the analysis part we have started. So that's as we understand, the all selected web series were inspired by the true events and based on selective stories. So the people like web series inspired by true events because they are often based on real life stories and they are both intriguing and relatable. So they allow the viewers to learn about historical events, people and the cultures that may not have been exposed to do as before by after watching such kind of series. Additionally, the fact that the events depicted in the series actually happened can make the story feel more grounded and authentic, which can be more engaging for viewers. So on the basis of parameters of my analysis, I have come across such 5 things that why such kind of web series inspired of true events are often more than appeal to the people for several reasons. The first one is this authenticity, and then emotional connection, learning awareness, curiosity and fascination, and sense of relevance. So when we talk about the authenticity, so true event-based web series offer sense of authenticity as we understand with the term only. And knowing that the story is rooted in real life events can make the viewing more experience and compelling and relatable. In terms about emotional connection we can have, true event web series often depict the stories of triumph, resilience, tragedy, or personal growth. Such kind of narratives can evoke strong emotions and create a deeper emotional connection between the viewers and the character.
Come
Yes,
to your
ma'am.
conclusion.
Okay, so this is the conclusion part as it that docudrama, such kind of series and such kind of things are also called as the docudramas. So docudramas typically attempt to establish historical facts while allowing for some dramatic license in minor details, such as when the historical record is lacking. There are also some kind of web shows based on true events that falls into this category as well. As the web series and the OTT platforms have allowed a greater diversity to understand and to export the storytelling part, representation, and audience engagement. So the impact of such kind of web series of OTT content and language on society is a complex issue, and it comes under with both positive and negative effect. So we have created a new opportunity, such kind of web series and OTT platforms also created a new opportunities for filmmakers and for the actors and expanded the global reach of entertainment. However, there are somewhere a concern about the potential for these such kind of platforms to perpetuate harmful stereotype and promote negative behaviors, particularly in regard to the use of language and portrayal of certain groups. And in final conclusion of my study is that mostly all these are the stories that are based on real and true events. Somewhere in some cases of them have been dramatized a little bit, but it still remains pretty close to what it really happened in that particular case or such event. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Kritika. Kritika, first of all, I would like to know that what was the criteria of selection of these web series which you have taken for your analysis?
Yes, sir. So basically, I have go to the IMDb ratings for these platforms and through conquered which type of web series I have to select. And
so how many total web series are available with this particular criteria?
So it is around on different platforms. So first I have to qualify which platform it shows the most, such as we can say the Netflix. As I have gone through the homemobileindia.com, which states the Netflix is the prominent one on the OTT platforms. And on Netflix, we can see there are a lot of such type of web series which are curated with the real life incidents. और उन्होंने उसको पूरा एक वेब सीरीज का पॉइंट बनाया, either with the 3 episodes or with the 6 episodes. So first I have to understand which platform I am taking, and then I took the web series from that particular platforms.
So Kritika, suppose you have finalized that Netflix you are going to opt as a
Yes.
platform. Then on Netflix, how many total movies were there?
Okay.
Have you taken this number?
Not so much. I have taken this number.
Okay, because
Yeah, but
before,
I think it is kind of convenience type.
Kritika,
Yes,
for
sir.
doing content analysis or for doing qualitative study, we need to justify our sample first. Because
Yes, sir.
if somebody is going to counter on your sample, your entire work, that will be like zero. Nothing will be counted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, arrange some facts, right?
Yes, sir.
To justify your sample that you have taken sample with some specified criterias, number one.
Okay.
Number two, I have not seen any detailed analysis in your paper.
Yes,
right,
I
to
am still
justify the
actually
objective.
working on it.
Okay. So in
The
your,
textual and the proper
Right.
analysis, I'm still working
So-
on it.
so one of your objectives says that you are trying to understand the impact of real life stories of web series on the viewer, right?
Yes, sir.
So you need to specify what type of impact you are talking here, right? Number one.
Yes,
Now, if you are going
noted.
to check the impact, so a survey is required because you
Yes,
need
sir.
to contact to a
Definitely.
viewer first.
Yeah.
Without knowing the opinion of viewer, how can you conclude that this is the impact on viewer?
Impact. Correct, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, sir. Very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second objective is to find out if such real story will thrive the new era of watching content. Now again, this is something hypothetical, right? So objective should be measurable. It should be testable, right?
Mhm.
From the facts. And
Okay.
there must be some data related to the objective. So I don't think
Yes.
that this objective is having sufficient data.
Yes, sir. I'll do that. And
Okay.
thank you so much, sir, for that so much in-depth knowledge about my study. And I definitely recruit it in my study.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir has already given brilliant suggestions. And Kritika, even I want to give you a suggestion that you should
Yes,
work on the parameters, because the parameters that you have mentioned is not concrete. You should work and your parameters should be substantial. So work
Yes,
on your
ma'am.
parameters as well as
Okay,
your
ma'am.
analysis part.
Yes, ma'am.
And like you have just mentioned 5 web series, so work on it and try to explore more.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Kritika.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I would like to call Mr. Somendra Prajapat. Are you here? Yes. So please start your presentation. Please switch to the full screen mode. Yes. And unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. So very good evening, one and all present here. So my topic is role of AI and video technology in science fiction cinema. So I cannot. Okay. So first of all, science fiction cinema, also known as the science fiction cinema, is a genre of film that explore So if you often deliver into futuristic and alternative worlds, advanced technologies, space exploration, time travel, encounter with extraterrestrial life, जो कि हम लोग mostly जो science fiction cinema है जिसके अंदर mostly यही themes है, वो 1980s से ये चल रहा है, जो हमारे सामने यही mostly themes उभर के आती है. So the objective of my research is to analyze the role of AI and video technology in shaping the narrative, visual aesthetics, and thematic elements. So Second, my objective is to analyze the AI and video technology have been used to convey metaphorical representation of human nature and consequences of technological progress throughout years. On last one is to explain the portrayal of AI and complex relationship between human and AI. So first of all, here I explained what is the contribution of AI and science fiction cinema. So first of all, the portrayal of intelligent machine, androids, and virtual beings are reflected in many genre of science fiction cinema. So the portrayal of intelligent machine, android, and virtual beings in science fiction cinema is a recurring theme that explores the boundaries of human identity and ethical implication of creating artificial intelligence. The second is AI driven post production and editing techniques, because अब AI इतना ज्यादा जो पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन के अंदर भी यूज होने लगा है, जिसके वजह से हम काफी कॉम्प्लेक्स और नॉन क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर के अंदर भी हम स्क्रिप्ट वगैरह लिख सकते हैं. सो इसके साथ में अब जो ऑटोमेटेड वीडियो एडिटिंग टूल्स है वो भी एआई है, वो काफी ज्यादा हमको प्रोवाइड करा रहे हैं. इसके साथ में एआई पावर्ड कलर ग्रेडिंग है वो हमको प्रोवाइड हो जाती है, जिसके जो ऐसे काम करता है कि हमारे पास में एक रेफरेंस एक शॉट है कि इस मूवी के अंदर इस तरीके की कलर ग्रेडिंग यूज की गई है, और उसके बाद हमारे पास में जो फुटेज है वो एक रो फुटेज है, और उसके अंदर हम किसी मूवी के टोन को, उसके कलर स्पेस को हम वहाँ पे अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं, उसको हम उससे एक तरीके से इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहते हैं या उससे हम अडेप्ट करना चाहते हैं, तो वो एआई है वो काफी अच्छी तरीके से कर देता है. बट यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी लिमिटेशन ये है कि ये जो एआई पावर्ड कलर ग्रेडिंग है ये रेफरेंस पे काम करता है, मतलब किसी ह्यूमन माइंड और उसके क्रिएटिव किसी क्रिएटिव काम को इस तरीके से इस वीडियो कलर ग्रेडिंग के अंदर इस्तेमाल किया गया, उसी का रेफरेंस लेके वो एआई पावर्ड कलर ग्रेडिंग टूल है वो काम करेंगे. तो ये अपने आप से नहीं एनालाइज कर पाता, पर उसको थोड़ा बहुत रेफरेंस चाहिए होता है कि इस तरीके की टोन, शेप और कर्व्स वगैरह हमको इस अगली फुटेज के अंदर चाहिए होगा. तो उसके बाद में वर्चुअल सिनेमाटोग्राफी, जो कि हम आजकल काफी सारे देखते हैं कि रोबोट जो है उसको एक बार समझा दिया जाता है कि इस तरीके का शॉट लेना है, और सारे जो उसको मूवमेंट्स है वो उनको डिपिक्ट कर सकता है कि एक प्रोफेशनल जो सिनेमाटोग्राफर है उसको. तो काफी ज्यादा लेबर और यहाँ पे टाइम है उसकी बचत यहाँ पे हो सकती है. सो आई सेलेक्टेड 3 मूवीज. The one is Space Odyssey, second one is Blade Runner, and third one is The Matrix. तो इन तीनों मूवीज को सेलेक्ट करने के मोटे रूप से ऑब्जेक्टिव ये है कि तीनों मूवीज एक साइंस फिक्शन जोनरा के अंदर अपने आप में एक कल्ट्स मानी जाती है. तो स्पेस ओडिसी है, उन्होंने ट्रेंड स्टार्ट किया था कि 1980s से किस तरीके से जो प्रैक्टिकल जो विजुअल इफेक्ट उनका यूज किया जाता था. इस टाइम तक वीएफएक्स इतना ज्यादा बूम नहीं हुआ था, तो काफी मैट पेंटिंग हो गई और प्रोजेक्शन हो गई, लाइटिंग प्रोजेक्शन, उसके बिहाफ पे सारे विजुअल इफेक्ट मोस्टली यूज किए जाते थे. इसके बारे में काफी सारी इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें जो कि आपको आगे पता चलेगी किस तरीके से उन्होंने वीएफएक्स की जोनरा के अंदर काफी अलग काम किया, और जो आज भी काफी सारी फिल्म थ्योरीज के अंदर इस मूवी को स्टडी किया जाता है. और सेकंड वन इज द ब्लेड रनर. इसके अंदर जो एआई है उनको एक रेप्लिकेंट के रूप में दिखाया गया है कि ह्यूमन जिस तरीके से इमोशन, जिस तरीके के बिहेवियर, जिस तरीके की वांट्स, नीड्स है, वो जो एआई के जो एंड्रॉइड रोबोट है वो रेप्लिकेट कर सकते हैं. और बाद में इनके अंदर थोड़ी सी जो लाइन जो है कि रियल क्या है और आर्टिफिशियल क्या है, वो वहाँ पे डिस्टिंक्शन होना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो ये भी काफी इंटरेस्टिंग मूवी है. एंड थर्ड वन इज मैट्रिक्स. हम लोग सब लोग इस मूवी के बारे में जानते हैं. इसने जो बुलेट टाइम का जो कॉन्सेप्ट दिया था वो इस मूवी का काफी फेमस हुआ था, और इसके बाद से काफी सारी एशियन मूवीज के अंदर इस बुलेट जो टाइम की जो टेक्निक जो थी, जो विजुअल रिप्रेजेंटेशन था बुलेट टाइम का, वो इस मूवी से काफी सारे लोगों ने, काफी सारे फिल्म मेकर यहाँ से इंस्पायर हुए थे. और इसके अलावा जो IMDb रेटिंग है वो, और जो मेरी ऑब्जेक्टिव जो रिसर्च के है वो, इन तीनों मूवीज एक ऑब्जेक्टिव या फिर कोई मूवी है 2 ऑब्जेक्टिव है वो मेरे क्लियर कर रही है, वो फुलफिल कर रही है. उस वजह से मैंने ये मूवीज है यहाँ पे सेलेक्ट की है. सो थियोरेटिकल फ्रेमवर्क के अंदर जो फिल्म थ्योरी और जनरल एनालिसिस है वो मेरी इस रिसर्च के अंदर अप्लाई हो रहा है, तो यहाँ पे मैंने वो थ्योरी वो अप्लाई की है. सो दिस इज लिटरेचर रिव्यू ऑफ माय रिसर्च एंड द मेथोडोलॉजी. तो यहाँ पे मैंने कंटेंट एनालिसिस वो यूज करने की यहाँ पे कोशिश की है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो तीनों मूवीज है इनके अंदर मेरे को 3 चीजें ढूंढनी है। सबसे पहला कि जो वीडियो टेक्नोलॉजी और एआई है वो किस तरीके से हमारा जो नैरेटिव, विजुअल एस्थेटिक्स और थीमेटिक एलिमेंट्स है इनको एक्सप्लोर करती है। तो ये तीनों मूवीज है और इसके अंदर मेरे को तीनों चीजें ये जो कॉमन रहेगी, नैरेटिव और विजुअल एस्थेटिक्स की विजुअली कैसे वो एनहांस्ड किया जा रहा है सीन्स को, और थीमेटिक एलिमेंट क्या थीम उसके अंदर इस्तेमाल की है। हालांकि ठीक है एआई इस्तेमाल किया गया है और काफी सारी टेक्नोलॉजी इस्तेमाल की गई है, बट फिर भी एक ह्यूमन फैक्टर है। वो कितनी भी टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस्ड मूवी है वहाँ पे ह्यूमन फैक्टर थोड़ा बहुत रखा जाता है ताकि ऑडियंस है वो थोड़ा उससे रिलेट वहाँ पे कर पाए।
Moment,
तो
you
बाद
are
में
left
यूनिट,
with 1 minute, so kindly conclude.
yes ma'am. So so I used 3 unit of analysis. फर्स्ट वन इज अ पोर्ट्रेल ऑफ एआई, मतलब इन तीनों मूवीज के अंदर जो एआई है वो किस तरीके से डिपिक्ट किया गया है। सेकंड वन विजुअल इफेक्ट टेक्निक, मतलब विजुअल इफेक्ट है वो किस तरीके से यूज किया है, कौन कौन सी नई टेक्नोलॉजी है इस मूवी के अंदर यूज की गई है, और कौन कौन सी ऐसी इनोवेशन है टेक्नोलॉजी के अंदर, विजुअल इफेक्ट के अंदर, जो उस मूवी से ही हमको देखने को मिली थी। एंड थर्ड वन इज थीमेटिक एक्सप्लोरेशन की किस तरीके के थीम्स वहां पे एक्सप्लोर करने की कोशिश की है। किसी के अंदर फिलोसॉफिकल थीम है, किसी के अंदर एग्जिस्टेंशियल क्वेश्चंस है, मॉरल डिलेमास है, और आइडेंटिटी रियलिटी और रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन ह्यूमन एंड एआई, इस तरीके की जो एक्सप्लोरेशन थीम के हिसाब से की गई है। और इसी तरीके से जो हमारे पोर्टल ऑफ एआई है, किसी के अंदर कोई रोबोट बना है, किसी के अंदर रेप्लिकेंट है वो इस्तेमाल किए गए हैं, और किसी के अंदर पूरा का पूरा जो मैट्रिक्स ही है, मतलब पूरी पूरी दुनिया है वही एक एआई है, कि वो पूरी दुनिया ही हम इंसानों को चला रही है, वो पूरा मैट्रिक्स सिमुलेशन ही वहाँ पे यूज किया गया। और कुछ इसी तरीके से सीजीआई जो अपना बुलेट टाइम जो काफी फेमस चीज है मैट्रिक्स के अंदर, वो यहाँ पे इस्तेमाल की गई है। तो इन सारी चीजों को मैंने यहाँ पे आगे की स्लाइड्स के अंदर काफी अच्छे तरीके से एक्सप्लेन किया है। तो सबसे पहले बात कर, तो मैं कंक्लूजन के पूरा हूँ या फिर सारी जो मूवीज है उनके अंदर जो एनालिसिस है उस पार्ट को मैं यहाँ पे
Kindly
एक्सप्लेन करूँ।
conclude.
सो हम इस
Come to
तरीके
your
जैसे इस पे,
conclusion.
यस मैम,
Somendra,
यस मैम, यस मैम,
kindly come to your conclusions.
यस मैम। सो द फाइंडिंग the significant role of AI and video technology in shaping narrative, visual aesthetics, and thematic elements of science fiction cinema. And the analysis of Space Odyssey, Blade Runner, Matrix showcase the evolution of visual element techniques over time, from practical effect and miniature to CGI and virtual cinematography. Advancement in technology have expanded the possibilities of visual storytelling, embedding the filmmakers to create a stunning and imaginative worlds. The portrayal of AI and exploration of human-AI relationship in these films here raise ethical, moral, and philosophical questions about the nature of humanity and consequences of technological advancement. These films examine in the research deliver into a portrayal of AI and complex relationship between human and AI. They explore themes of artificial humanity, existential question, and the consequences of human dependence on technology. The portrayals raise ethical and philosophical concerns, encouraging viewers to reflect on the boundaries between human and artificial intelligence. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you, Somendra, for your presentation.
Thank
Somendra, please tell us why you have selected only science fiction cinema in this paper.
So because सर साइंस फिक्शन सिनेमा ही यूजुअली वो जोनरा है जिसके अंदर हम हमेशा आंख बंद करके ये सोचते हैं हाँ ठीक है फ्यूचरिस्टिक टेक्नोलॉजी तो होगी ही, थोड़ा बहुत टाइम के पीछे, या फिर हम एक वर्ड है भूल गया, जो पीरियोडिक फिल्म है वो यूजुअली साइंस फिक्शन के अंदर अपन यूज करते हैं कि ठीक है अभी 2023 चल रहा है लेकिन स्टोरी स्टार्ट हुई है 1800 के आसपास में, या फिर हमारी सीधी जैसे ब्लेड रनर की स्टोरी है वो 2049 से स्टार्ट होती है। तो ऐसी मूवीज को सबसे पहले ड्राफ्ट फैलाने के लिए ही आपको सबसे पहले टेक्नोलॉजी की जरूरत रहेगी, भले ही वो एआई की वजह से हो, चाहे वो विजुअल इफेक्ट हो, चाहे वो प्रैक्टिकल इफेक्ट्स हो, जो कि मोस्टली क्रिस्टोफर नोलन यूज करते हैं। तो साइंस फिक्शन सिनेमा का स्टार्ट ही आप बिना टेक्नोलॉजी के एडवांसमेंट या फिर बिना वीएफएक्स, बिना सीजीआई, बिना साउंड इफेक्ट के आप स्टार्ट ही नहीं कर सकते हो। तो सबसे पहले रिक्वायरमेंट साइंस फिक्शन सिनेमा के अंदर टेक्नोलॉजी की ही आती है, ये डिमांड है साइंस फिक्शन सिनेमा की सर।
बट सोमेंद्र, आपको नहीं लगता कि बहुत सारी हिंदी मूवीज भी ऐसी हैं जिनमें ये ऑलरेडी यूज हुआ है? और अभी लेटेस्ट जो मूवीज आ रही है उनमें तो शायद ये यूज होता ही है।
हाँ सर, इसीलिए 3 मूवी स्टार्ट मैंने चूज की है ना। जो स्पेस ओडिसी है वो 80s की मूवी है, जिसने प्रैक्टिकल इफेक्ट्स को सबसे पहले दुनिया के सामने रखा था, कि हम सिर्फ पेंटिंग्स के थ्रू ही चांद के ऊपर, जैसे इस मूवी के अंदर जो उनका स्पेसशिप है वो चांद के ऊपर और जुपिटर के ऊपर लैंड किया था। तो कैसे? यस सर।
मैं
यस सर।
बिल्कुल समझ रहा हूँ कि आपने 3 मूवीज ली और उन तीनों में सबसे ज्यादा साइंस फिक्शन की बातें की गई हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी की बातें की गई हैं, दैट्स ओके। बट
Yes,
लुक
sir.
एट योर फाइंडिंग, रीड द फर्स्ट फाइंडिंग. You are highlighting that there is a significant role of AI and video technology in shaping the narrative and many things in science fiction cinema. सिर्फ
Yes,
3
sir.
मूवीज को एनालाइज करके क्या हम इतना बड़ा स्टेटमेंट दे सकते हैं?
सर वो 3 मूवीज है, बट इनकी जैसे मैंने बताया IMDb रेटिंग और साइंस फिक्शन जोनरा के अंदर अपन लिखेंगे, अपन रेंडमली गूगल पे भी लिखेंगे कि टॉप 5 साइंस फिक्शन सिनेमा, तो मोस्टली स्पेस और ब्लेड रन शायद ना आ पाए, बट स्पेस ओडेसी और मैट्रिक्स है वो लोग उस को
अच्छा,
जानते हैं कि yes, sir.
टोटल कितनी साइंस फिक्शन मूवीज होंगी आज तक?
सर ऐसे तो सर बहुत सारी है,
हाँ,
ऐसी बात नहीं।
तो जब भी हम रिसर्च करते हैं ना, सो वी हैव टू सेलेक्ट वन यूनिवर्स, द स्टडी
Yes, sir.
यूनिवर्स, और हम उसी पर काम करते हैं, राइट?
Yes,
उसी
sir.
में से सैंपल ड्रॉ करते हैं, उसी पर हमारी फाइंडिंग्स जर्नलाइज की जाती है, वहीं से हम डेटा एनालिसिस करते हैं, राइट?
Yes,
एंड
yes,
योर
sir.
सैंपल इट शुड नॉट बी वेरी स्मॉल. अगर ये बहुत ही छोटा सैंपल होगा ना, तो हम उसको बोलते हैं कि इट इज नॉट अ वैलिड सैंपल टू जनरलाइज योर फाइंडिंग्स, राइट?
ये
दिस इज नंबर वन.
सर जनरलाइज तो यहाँ नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि सिर्फ साइंस फिक्शन सिनेमा की हम लोग पर्टिकुलरली बात कर रहे हैं।
रिसर्च का मेन पर्पस फाइंडिंग्स जर्नलाइज करना होता है, यानी आप जो भी बता रहे हो ना, इट शुड बी एप्लीकेबल टू सम सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी.
ये सर वो साइंस फिक्शन सिनेमा की ही स्पेशली अपन यहाँ पे बात कर
हाँ,
रहे हैं।
तो साइंस फिक्शन के लिए भी जस्टिफाइबल नहीं है सिर्फ 3 मूवीज को काम करना. अगली बात यह है सोमेंद्र, दिस
Yes, sir.
एंटायर एनालिसिस यू हैव डन, और हो सकता
Yes,
है
sir.
कि आप पहले से बायस्ड हो साइंस फिक्शन के लिए. हैव यू
नहीं सर,
अप्लाइड?
बायस तो मैं यस सर।
डेफिनेटली हर एक का एक
नहीं
अपना
सर, नहीं।
एरिया होता है, और
Yes, sir.
हर एक का अपना एक लाइकिंग डिसलाइकिंग होता है. सो एज अ स्कॉलर वी शुड कंडक्ट आवर एनालिसिस विद अनबायस्ड अप्रोच, और उसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं, दूसरे लोगों से ओपिनियन लेते हैं, राइट? तो मुझे लगता
Yes,
है
sir.
कि ये पूरा एनालिसिस आपको 4-5 एक्सपर्ट्स की हेल्प से करवाना चाहिए था, और उनसे भी पूछना चाहिए था कि डू यू फील दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स इन दीज 3 मूवीज, और अगर सबकी रेटिंग सिमिलर आए तब हम बोल सकते हैं कि यस वी आर गोइंग इन राइट डायरेक्शन.
हाँ यस सर, बट जो यूनिट ऑफ एनालिसिस मैंने यहाँ आपकी बात सही है, वो भी एक ऑप्शन होना चाहिए अगर लास्ट के अंदर चूज करने के बाद में। बट जो यूनिट ऑफ एनालिसिस मैंने ली है, वहाँ पे मैं बायस्ड होने के चांसेस थोड़े से कम हो जाते हैं। फॉर दैट पहला जो मेरा यूनिट एनालिसिस था कि पोर्ट्रेल ऑफ एआई, अब एआई को कैसे यूज किया गया है वो मुझे सीन बाय सीन।
प्लीज वेट, मैं ये
यस
बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि आप 3 मूवीज ली जिनमें पहले से आपको पता है कि साइंस फिक्शन है, और बहुत सारी आईटी वीडियो सब यूज किया हुआ है, राइट? और फिर
यस
आपने
सर।
उसी का एनालिसिस करके वही चीज कंक्लूड कर दी जो पहले से आपको पता थी कि इसमें तो है, तो फिर इसमें ऐड क्या किया आपने? आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट?
यस सर।
राइट, मतलब मुझे पता है कि सोमेंद्र इज अ रेगुलर स्टूडेंट, सोमेंद्र इज अ वेरी गुड स्टूडेंट इन द क्लास, एंड मैं उसी को एनालिसिस करके फिर से वैलिडेट कर देता हूँ. आई हैव ऑलरेडी फैक्ट्स, और मैंने तुम्हारा ही सिलेक्शन किया और तुम्हारे ऊपर वैलिडेट कर दिया, तो आपको नहीं लगता कि कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ है इसमें, राइट? सो दिस इज माय हम्बल सजेशन, you should take
Yes, sir.
some expert
Yes.
opinion from other
Yes,
reviewers
sir.
as well, right?
Yes,
And
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, madam.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, I completely agree with Api, sir. And like you mentioned about visual aesthetics. So
Yes.
the parameters of selecting visual aesthetics, that was also missing, as well as the parameter of selecting the movies, that was missing. Along with that, the theoretical framework. What was the theoretical framework of? So these are the things which are missing from your research paper. So you are supposed to work on that.
Yes, मैम, थियोरेटिकल फ्रेमवर्क मैंने यहाँ पे मेंशन किया है. Yes. तो फिल्म
What is
थ्योरी और
the framework?
जेंडर एनालिसिस है, वो यहाँ पे मैंने यूज करने की कोशिश की मैम. फिल्म थ्योरी.
Sorry.
फिल्म थ्योरी एंड जेंडर एनालिसिस.
Okay, but 3 movies, because like you have selected 3 movies. What was the criteria? What was the parameters of selecting those 3 movies? As well as under that ages, you mentioned about visual aesthetics. You mentioned about technology, AI. So what was the parameters? You are supposed to work on those parameters.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
With this presentation, we come to the end of the session. So I would like to thank our keynote speaker of the session today. Although sir has already left, Sameer sir, thank you so much, sir, for your insightful session. And I would like to express my gratitude towards Professor Sanjeev Pal sir for welcoming our keynote speaker. I would like to thank my session.
Just a minute, madam. Somendra, please unmute yourself. Yes, madam, please.
I would like to thank my co-session chair, Abhijit Saxena sir, for his valuable insights, his suggestions, and I would even like to thank all the presenters of the session. Kindly try to incorporate all the suggestions which were given in the session so that you can work on your research paper, and it could be more concrete, more substantial, and then try to get it published. We are also, you must be on that. We are having under this conference only, we are having publications as well, but you are supposed to work on that so that it could be of that standard that can be published. So kindly add all the suggestions which are given in the session. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.